There's but when it comes to like your like working in the lab, then is it like you have some practical lessons where but I don't fully understand how like the school's like set up for you, or like how I'm assuming it's like a university that you're going to. Like I keep saying school, 'cause I'm not too sure if it's like counted as a part of uh I'm trying to like think of the comparison of uh but here we've got something like sixth form, but then technically sixth form would be like 16 to 18. I know you're like 20, so I'm like they're going like it probably is university that you're in. But also sometimes I use school just because it's easier that way than referring to like you and Strider at the same time. Also, I don't know if you saw about actually I'll leave that for a secret for later. There was something I'm thinking of streaming soon. It's not massive. It's just I've only literally like downloaded it before stream today, and I was like thinking I'll like make some things and then go from there. Uh, but I probably need to set up anyway, so it's probably going to take a little bit. Well, you could also be like, what was it? Like the British government against what country was it again? Where like it was like a 30-minute like fight between Britain and another country. Just times that. Uh, oh, I can imagine they're sort of making reports and the graphs not being so fun. The thing is like I imagine it's mainly like the practical is like going to be the fun element in that. This is where you start kind of like making sort of the well, oh it's actually nice, slightly different. There's a YouTube channel that I watch where it's like I'd say watch. It's occasionally watch. It's this guy who like he keeps buying like human brain cells and stuff like that, and tries to like use them to do stuff. Like, I was watching where he was trying to get like human brain cells to like play Doom. Not Doom. Um, Doom. Doom. Like the original Doom. I think it's like profile pictures, like a hand that has like yeah. Cause I realized like if I say Doom, I might also just say Dune. Cause it sounds similar in my head, so I might just uh, I might just say the wrong one. I know myself enough. It's like if a word sounds similar enough to it, I could just go like, brain just defaults and clicks it to that one instead. Like when I do like likes and then I put in lives instead. Or yeah. Uh, so for example, is I always like tend to misspell like favorite the same way, and then I have to go like to my phone and be like, okay Google, how do you spell favorite?
Favorite UK or favorite US? Favorite.
And like I literally do that whenever I'm struggling on a longer word. Uh, as you can tell, I'm very good both the English language and clearly the English spelling and writing and grammar. Yeah, I'm good at all of those actually. I'm just live in it. Please, Majima, please help me realize my dream. Look, at least this isn't going to be like a Michael Jackson kind of thing. Alright, fine, I'll help you. You'll redo this? You mean it? I mean, I know I asked, but I didn't expect to meet a person kind enough to get into a fist fight for me. Yeah, story of my life. Or do I do like story of my live? But you're serious about this sturgeon drawing out goons like flies on rotten fruit. Alright, totally. Just watch. Dude, look at the bridge and it's like practically bare.
Mm-hmm.
Hey you. You think you're hot shit in that jacket? You're trying to start psycho? See? Yeah, I see it. I can't tell if it's that sturgeon or you that's drawing all the aggro though. I'm going, okay, I'm gonna God shit. Okay. I'm going to strut proudly down the bridge. Please keep me safe. Enjoy your straw, bud. There's punks are gonna pay a toll for the troll. Toll for the troll. I wonder if he like somehow left them alive and just took the just ate the hits. Like his things already gone down pretty low. You guys are literally like on the last bit. So I have to give him like medicine each time. Next time, maybe. At least it gives me the ability to like try it again, and looks like I don't have to keep on giving him medicine. Yeah. The thing with like using the bat is like it's good in things, but your character can kind of just like go wild with it. Like the Michael Jackson was easier. I could just pick up like got that motorbike and then use that as like a weapon. Okay, this has gone a lot better. Can you just not stand there? Like, I don't know if I was one of these guys, I would just like let them keep punching me and shit. Like, they've got this guy with a bat, and oh, I've got to take off that guy walking first. Got to take out his like kneecaps first. Finally did it. I made it all the way across our bridge while wearing my beloved sturgeon. At least you got high goals. I guess, like, hopefully the high goals help.
Hi.
Good for you. Yes, thank you, Majima-san. it, like especially as I think it's supposed to be a metal bat as well, so like, you know, any of the ones I didn't kill has suddenly got broken bones. And the thing is, I could just pull out a sword if I wanted to. Like, I got a sword and a knife, which is like, that's one way of dealing with them, I guess. Like, oh, I'm just gonna walk down the street. I'm just gonna pull out like my fucking katana and just like, you know, do the kind of like open the swords, close it back again, and then just like stand still. They split into like just a blood mist. I like to have this. This is the best I can do as my thanks. It's like, you know, you literally destroy, you know, especially with the fact that they don't target you at all. Or like with the Michael Jackson one, where I literally just pick up a fucking like motorbike, and my character's just swinging around the motorbike as a fucking melee weapon. Just like, you know, if I saw someone pick up a motorbike with both the hands, just casually pick up a motorbike and start walking with it, like, I don't know about you, Strider, but like I would not be getting near that person, especially if I just saw like a group of 4 people getting took out by it. Like, I'm not like optionally choosing to walk into death. If a double decker comes around the corner and I'm not expecting it, that's something else. You got an encounter finder. I don't know if I really need that. I think I've been this happy. Never forget what you did for me today. You were super hours to chase the blood cells to my blood cells and kill them. It's just like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's something like JJK. Like, for example, you see like all the people turn into like monsters around you, and you know they're going like, I think I'm just not gonna deal with these people. I'm gonna just run. And like, optionally, if I can't run, I'd hide. Then again, guys, and if you're in JJK during like the train incident, your survival rate is super low already. Like, I think your best chance is being on the surface and also like being hidden. I think would have been like your best chance of surviving. Like, the lower you, like the closer you were to where Gojo went, like you know. Actually, no, technically surface wouldn't even really that safe. Because obviously when Shinji, God, I'm getting names mixed up. The thing when I watch anime is I kind of just like recognize more the character's look instead of like the character names. It's the similar thing when it comes to when I work. It's like, you know, I could be working with someone for a whole month and still not know their name. When it comes to the person I work with now, they just have a name I don't know how to pronounce. So instead of trying to pronounce it, I've decided I'll just call them colleague. Because it's a lot easier to say that. Okay, get a drink. Because I think like after this I actually will go just straight to the story, because I've been kind of like leaving the main story alone, looking for like side stories, which is like the score. It's also it's like, for example, if you saw someone like, for example, I haven't watched like DC or Marvel, but I know of a purple guy who snaps his fingers, forgetting his name. Like the idea of like him snapping his fingers and I think it's like half the population or something disappears. If you saw someone like that, do you just like walk up to them and go, I think I can get him on a fight? I think it's Thanos was his name. Just a heads up, the thing is, when it comes, I've mentioned it to BB before, I don't know much movie stuff. Like, the most movies that I've watched, it's been like anime movies. And if it's not like anime movies or like the like kids, like Spy Kids or something, I tend to just like for example, I watched the Avatar movie and that was really depressing. I also watched the Smurfs movie. Oh, and Minecraft movie I watched. It's just like when it comes to like if you saw someone with that kind of energy, like for example, you just see like someone come in and they've literally got like their own like personal like military force, like they've got like a company of soldiers with them. Like you don't just go, I think I can take them off. Yeah, like I think there's like stages of if you can even attempt to fight. Yeah. Like you don't want to get like your shit kicked in, like at least not out to the other outset. And I don't think most people would understand how much this meant to me, but still, it was my dream. Thinking about it, I could have Kurosaki with it knocking everyone out. I just like when it comes to like One Piece, I just like the idea of just like if we have some of the devil fruits here, just like like I don't mind giving up my ability to swim, especially if I get to choose the devil fruit. Like for example, there's one that turns you into like a Chinese dragon or something like that. I saw like that looked pretty OP. Yeah. I was actually watching it was like talking about how why the devil fruit is like forbidden for I think they're called celestial dragons, whatever their name was. I might be getting the name mixed up. I'm not caught up with the current episodes of One Piece. I'm basically on the like Mama, so like when they're trying to take out Mama, is where I'm currently at in the story. And it's just like where like when it comes to like Celestial Dragon, I watch like a lot of like documentary, well, I guess like technically it's like documentaries about like One Piece and Hunter x Hunter and like Bleach, Naruto and stuff like that, and yeah, like quite a lot of animes. I like to watch like videos that delve deeper into the animes. I do wonder with Brooks one, okay, like when he becomes a skeleton, for example, I'm like wondering like what would happen, like what it's kind of like what would the awakened ability of some devil fruits be? Like being Joy Boy would be pretty peak as well. Like the thing is, I don't even know fully on what happens. All I know is it's like in the upcoming arcs, basically Luffy gets Joy Boy from what I understand, or it becomes like, yeah, it becomes like a giant. From what I've seen, like a white. Like the thing is, like I'm a bit behind on like the actual series, but then like I watched a lot of like this videos that talk about it. And then, but it's like, yeah, technically you die if you eat a second devil fruit. So actually, yeah, he could have had like 2 devil fruits. The thing though is like, what about if he were to like awaken his devil fruit, what would that do? Like, would it just give him like another life? Would it give him uh like sort of the ability to reincarnate, or would it give him like the ability to like revert to one of his previous body or something? I don't know like how that would work. You had, for example, like my introduction to it was like that flamingo, where he was able to turn the environment around him into strings. Then you had like from some I forget the name of it, like the thing down, where it was talking about how I was watching one that talked about like how some of the guards are actually like people that had taken like animal. How exactly? It's like it's been a little bit. It's like I'm still watching One Piece, so it's like well, the way I watch it is kind of awkward. I'll watch a big chunk and then have a massive gap between it. Another thing also though is like uh, that assumes that like even when you die, you still get the ability to stay as well. If I had to choose one race, to be honest, I think I'd be kind of boring. I think I would just be like choose to be human. Like fishman would be tempting just because of like if the world does flood, I'd rather be a fisherman. Because at that point it's just more real estate. But it's one of those things of like, I think I'd be like, if I had to choose, I'd be quite boring. I would choose to be, or maybe actually, you know how like you have like the long arm and long leg like ones. If I could be like one of the long leg ones, uh, just then like, shit. I think like that's. I don't know if they're considered like. They might still be considered human though. Like if you come like one of like the long leg like people. Well, actually, no, giant actually be pretty peak actually. If you could become like a giant, and especially if you were a giant, and then you had devil fruit, and then you had like haki as well. Actually, no, giant sounds better. Oh, but I'm just thinking like if you're a giant, like, cause from what I understand, well, it stops you from being able to swim if you eat a devil fruit. But it's only if the water apparently goes above, I think it's your waist or something like that. Is like what I think the creator said. It's like you have to be at a certain level of water or you just start like just losing power. It's not just because like it's seawater or that it's that you're having a shower or something. Like I think instead of being a swordsman, I think I would want to be. I'm forgetting like the names of the different types. Cause you got the Zoan, which is when you turn into an animal. You've got the Paramecia. Isn't that like when I can't remember if that's when you change or you can change the environment around you. Maybe. Uh, because I'm basically like just copying that so I can get like an idea of. I can't exactly remember which one that is. Uh, oh, I see what you mean. Like actually, yeah. To be honest, like if you had wings, then like you wouldn't be limited to land like as much at least. Yeah, I like your pick, BB. To me, it would either be like that or giant. Giant is just cool. Like they tend to be more powerful. Let me just get OBS back up. To me, it's like be honest, your choice actually like not bad. Uh, actually, that's probably better than what I was gonna go for. Cause I was gonna say like giants, because obviously like giants are like seen as like pretty powerful, and also um it's just like I find it interesting the idea of just being like humongous. But at the same time though, it's like if you could fly, then you wouldn't actually even have to care about being over the ocean. Yeah, to actually you do. They also another thing as well is when it comes to me wise the idea of like a devil fruit, uh, I would want something that would make it so like seawater isn't really like a problem. So I would like it if I forget the character's name, the one that can like he's one like the naval captains, the one that can like produce ice and it's like kind of like free, like the one that rides the bicycle just across the ocean. Like I'd like to have like either something his abilities or to have like the other admiral, the one that like uses light. It's also like I would like to if I could have abilities were by themselves that are already strong, but also if they could be like tweaked around with to be like crazy. Like for example, you have something like Blackbeard where he was able to steal Whitebeard's ability, uh, which like that's already like pretty peak of like an idea for like devil fruits. The thing is also like uh, they, the thing when it comes to the world of like One Piece, I wouldn't want like the one that turns me into an animal or something. I'd rather be able to turn myself into something. Like I would say, for example, um, like with like Luffy's brother, like Ace, like his ability to turn into flame or like fire. But technically, that's the weaker version of the other admiral. So I'd rather have the stronger one. Also, on another thing when it comes to like Brook, for example, with Law's like fruit, the one that like shambles or not shambles, that's one of his attacks. Uh, like Law's fruit. Uh, he can make someone, I believe, immortal with that ability, or you can make like one person immortal, right, with that ability, but it costs your life. If you somehow were to like, for example, have that ability, and then maybe like eat the revive like one while trying to basically do that, because you probably die either from the technique or die from the fruit first. If you get killed by the fruit first, then hopefully you'd get brought back to life. Also, I was wondering on like Brooks' ability. Like, technically, if you're already dead, like, does that affect you? Like, if he makes, or like, does the separation of soul, for example, matter? I know Brick can come out of his like body, right? Like, take his soul out of his body. So if you were to like feed the body like fruit or like a devil fruit, and then basically he put his soul back in, would something happen there? But there's like I got some weird questions which I would love to like to get like an answer on, but I doubt like the creator of One Piece is just gonna come to me and just be like, yes, yes, answer like weird question about this. Because like, I heard that when it comes to Chopper, if Chopper apparently I actually forgot the word of it overcomes his devil fruit, I heard that he just becomes more human. Like a user that has the like human fruit would apparently just turn more human. Is like them apparently awakening that fruit. I think it's the kind of like there's like a lot of fruits like tend to like have a lot of questions to it. So I shouldn't have called you old. No need to apologise, Majima-san. I owe you a life debt. No need to apologise to me ever. Take it back. You're an old dude. Suda-chan. I do need to catch up with One Piece. The only problem is, like, with One Piece, I really also need to kind of just refresh myself over the series. But the thing is, like, where it's so long and the kind of gaps I've had, like, in watching it, I used to watch it as it was coming out in dub, and then it was like, as I got older, and I hated having to wait for the dub episodes, I ended up watching a portion of it in sub, and then it was like, so during the Dressrosa arc, well, like for example, I've forgotten a big chunk of Alabasta, and then I'd forgotten a chunk of, it was like one that people used to complain about, the arc when they're in the clouds against the Thunder guy, that has the Thunder fruit, which also would actually be a base fruit as well, just not against Luffy. But it's just like, I like the idea of sort of the. Is like when they came to that arc, I was a bit like, I forgot a bit. It's one of those things. I wish I didn't forget some like the details. Then you had with Dressrosa, that just felt really long to me, like longer than it needed to be. And then when they, for example, were getting their ship done with Frankie, there's like big chunks of that arc that's kind of gone out of my head. Or like Punk Hazard as well. I've like got chunks out of that that came out of my head. My satisfying accomplishment. I'm hungry. I'm going to head home and get some food. See ya. Good luck on those bridges. So I don't think like the way you would get like some of the sub stories in this is that you would just literally like spend forever just not doing missions like every time and just constantly looping around hoping to catch something, or maybe you have to do certain things like play enough arcade games to like unlock something, because it ain't so much about what others think of you if it's something you want to do. Yeah, better get to it. Suda-chan was pretty weird, but his philosophy was right on there's a real man. So this hard ass. So we're on the fights. Let's get it on then. Take it off and go home, man. What I do want to quickly go to while I'm thinking about it. What is it? Sells imported brands. Buy, sell various items. Pawn shop. Something else. Oh, it's the toilet thing. I wanted to go there. Let's quickly do that one. I can probably get an upgrade. Oh, 5 kilometers dashing. There's gonna be something I can interrupt him. I thought it was just gonna ask me to press A to like interrupt with it. Get real, you leech. What's all this about? Tax edition. Screw a little slave tax. You want us to pay a tax every time we buy something, you bloodsuckers. You'll bleed the whole sea dry. I understand your anger is justified, but it's necessary. It's an evil for the sake of the nation's people. It's stuffed. You got to pay sales tax and that fancy shit while that you're wearing. You dumb bureaucrat. This tax is only made to keep the common people down. Yeah, you vulture. Younger guy is sure taking some heat over some kind of tax issue. This is my lucky day to run into the son of a bitch bureaucrat trying to spring the sales tax on us all alone in a back alley, no less. I don't like your tones, though. I represent the voices of the general populace, and here to tell you that we're fucking pissed. Have a nice look, silly clown Luna. Luna, sorry. I almost forgot. I probably call you Luna. Please calm down. Violence isn't the answer. Don't do this. This pot's about to boil over. I was gonna go to like the CP store and get like upgrades, but I guess I'll do a story mission. Right, asshole. Hey, fellas, let's tone it down. No sense ganging up on one guy. Have a little cry there. What? You don't know who this cockroach is, do you? This is a pencil-pushing dickwad that came up with a sales tax. Sales tax? Got a sneeze coming on. What do you, what, don't you watch the news? There's a new tax they're gonna start charging next year. Every time you buy something, you're going to charge you 3% more as tax. Isn't that ridiculous? Do you know, something I found out in, I think it's Thailand or something like that. Apparently they, like, link you, I think it's like, stores have to pay tax, or like have proof of purchase. There's something about, like, how, I think it's Thailand, I might be getting the country wrong, have something like, so your receipt actually has like a ticket where you could win like money, like or something. Actually, I'll Google this quickly. I think it was Thailand. Yeah, it's Thailand. Thailand, or is it Philippines? Thailand. How for his tax invoice lucky draw. Yeah, they have like a nationwide receipt lucky draw thing where they'll basically call like a random number that's on like someone's receipt or something, and you can win some money. It looks like it may have actually only been like a timed thing, so because it was done between 2003 and 2004. I thought it was like a yearly thing or something like that. Just like sort of check a random store or something, or like to make sure people ask for receipts. It's some bullshit. And this guy's the douchebag that's highway robbery. Well, I'm about to lose it for a sec there. Listen, guys, I totally understand why it pisses you off. Pissed you off. But beating this guy to a pulp isn't gonna make the sale tax go away, is it? Who gives a shit? The government needs to know what the people think of their shit politics policies in a way they'll understand. Direct action. Yeah, power to the people. If you ain't a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. You want to stick up for the mosquito, then we'll show you the power of the masses too. So you really want to, really after is blown out of steam, Sure, see how far that gets you with me. I think it's like when it comes to the idea, like the way I like to imagine it is that you can vote an issue if you have an issue to be have the power to vote about it, and if it becomes where for some reason you can't vote for it, I think technically some more other methods should be done, but only if you can't like do it politically first. Isn't that you can't like petition, you can't sort of you know. I can. I always find that as a weird one because like, I've got mixed feelings on it. I don't like the idea of saying for anyone to ever do anything physical, but at the same time, though, it's like I think like depending, like it's kind of hard to tell. I also feel like if you ask my opinion at different points of the time, I'll probably give you different answers. Prepare for a revolution, asshole. Medicine men. At least I get some money out of them. There's not a revolution there. Technically, I'm sadly my character's actually helping the taxman, which is the opposite of what I would rather do. I'd rather like just commit tax fraud. Look, that's how I would prefer to live my life. If it wasn't the fact that I've seen how scary, like for example, countries get about their taxes. It's like even like the Joker doesn't mess with the IRS sort of thing. If I get to keep half of the 3% of all sales taxes, then yeah, sure, keep it. But if I'm not getting any money out of this, not so much. Like a public outrage, sure, fizzled fast. I'm assuming that this might have been something that happened, not the whole fine in the street part, but I'm assuming that there was probably a 3% tax that was put on at some point in Japan in 1988 or something like that. Taiyo Shuzatu? Fuck. Misatio? Spoker just like committing tax fraud. Hi, Queen. Hopefully you've had like a sort of nice. I'm assuming you went for a rest after stream. Also, so after your stream, Queen, I ended up like downloading the Tamagotchi like friends. I'm not gonna say the means because I know like the means is like a bit like on. I think it like goes into TOS sort of things, but I got the game. It's like I hope you get to enjoy your sort of rest. So I was like thinking of like what to call my like island. I only got to the point of naming it, right? And like I basically just went to like Gemini and I was like they're going like just give me random like names. I'm gonna give you like words and you give me ideas for like island names. And then like one of the like names that Gemini gave me like for my island was Lobotomy Island. So it's like I guess that works. I guess I'll just call mine that. Like I was like they're kind of like confused because it's like I said to it I wanted like brain rot. I wanted like Twitch related or like streamer related. I only got as far as like naming it, but I literally like was downloading it a little bit before I started stream. Because like originally I got like well I can't go into too many details of how I got it, but it was like I thought I could work it one way and it didn't work that way. And then on a place where I got on to the way I needed to play it, basically told me like about something else that I used to play it in the most like in-specific way possible. I know like Twitch isn't a big fan of that part, nor is like any platform. He's like, I didn't even get to make my character because I was basically like, as I was like got into like actually like naming my like island, I looked at the time and I was like, oh shit, it's around like the time I start. But it's like I was gonna like build it up a little bit and then potentially bring that into like a stream or something, and then just kind of like add some more people on there, like have you, Wa, Yui, BB, Strider, sort of have like Galley and yeah, just like people that like I see like in stream, but also I have some people like from out stream as well. He's like, I was like thinking, I wish it had like the capability of like connecting to other people. I'm assuming the game originally had the ability to like, yeah. Sure, I might just restart my thing and call it the chibi files, and then just have like the chibi files or something like that, or the sadly there's like a word cap, like a letter cap. So I can't have anything too long, so it might be like the chip files to like get it to fit in. I might like just rename it to that, and it just instead of like an island with billionaires, it would be like but yeah, it's like, and then it's just like I just handed a bunch of black bars and a bit of paper. There you go, released it. I released all the important data. Like I remember like hearing some of that like file stuff, and I basically there was one about like the big the main guy, basically he was like buying furniture from like a furniture shop at like weird prices, and I'm like, I think this may have had something to do with his side business. Might have something to do with the island and where he's getting that furniture from, like, but furniture too. Like with the kind of cost of the furniture, there's like no way he's bought like, for example, a random like it's like make I don't know if you can make mobile islands, but if you make an island that you just basically like put in like all the billionaires or something like that. You just like, if you can have like mobile islands, just have like one that's kind of like the special island. Have like another one like for like stream stuff. Have another one for like just like utter chaos. Like I don't know if either of you know the game. There's a game called like Nation States, a web-based browser game. It probably wouldn't be like a good one to stream because like you have to wait like time between you being able to like do like some question things. It will ask you like a question, which then like change stats of your nation state. So for example, like if you want in the game nation states, you could then like decide to cut off for example welfare, for example, and you just have like you'd see like how it apparently affects your nation. Because I remember like on well, when I had it, like I remember like my place was like bad enough, but I remember like, my friend he had on Nation States. It's a free game as well. It's a web-based one. I enjoyed it. I just kind of wish I didn't have to wait constantly, like for the new questions. I wish like that you just keep asking questions to like change your country how you want to, and then it uses like you can have your own currency and you can have like you know, name your thing. You can have your own flag. I'm tired, as in the sun. If I may, can I buy you a drink as thanks? That's a good name. I'm Majima. No need for any thanks though. Oh no, I absolutely insist. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you though. It's like, if this is me IRL, the thing is like, unless I got like an agreement, or for example, us paying it in rounds, like let's say he pays for the first round, and I pay for the next round, and we do on so on and so forth. If it was just like he was getting me a drink, I wouldn't feel comfortable about that. Like the way like I work is kind of like if someone gives me something, I like to a degree either feel like indebted to them, as if I still need to do something back, or what happens is I don't know like how to respond, and I just like try to avoid to receive something. There was like times with work before where like colleagues would like be like giving out like treats and stuff to like fellow colleagues, and I wouldn't have it because of it's like I was there going like, oh, I feel like if you've like given me, for example, like a few cupcakes, I need to bring in something as like a as payback or something for receiving that. I'm someone who like finds it weird receiving stuff. At least like in general, anyway. I can't say about every time, but especially like I guess it also maybe depends on the item. I've always been a bit awkward on the stuff like that. I don't have much in the way of rank or power, but I am in a position to help steer the country. I came to Sotenborg for a conference on taxation policy, but I wasn't prepared to face the public about it. Drinking a tank called the government. Driving a tank called the government. Pro. I feel like in that thing, a lot of the government tends to be as if they were like drunk driving. If you're careful, people are gonna be pissed when you're steam over them. Yeah, no. Same. But the thing is, like, for some reason, Majima is helping the taxation guy who's like wants to increase taxes. I can tell you this. I would not be friends with him probably. Not my cup of tea, you see. Like me being an Earl Grey kind of guy, he being a boba kind of guy. But the thing is, like, I'm not a big fan of boba. I hate the balls because the first time I had a boba, I didn't realize there were balls in it, so I just like almost choked on one. And even then, I wasn't like a big fan of it. I like the chocolate one I had. But, like, I prefer my tea to be hot. But you're trying to make the country a better place to live in, right? Oh yeah, but then the things like, where do those taxes go to? It's probably going to be just like some random thing that's going to be like some kind of fraud that comes out like years later, and then no one goes to jail for it. Typical like government stuff. I don't know how true it is, but I was hearing something about like money that went to Ukraine or something like that, that like the politicians apparently used to buy like expensive cars or something. Like, I wouldn't put it past like a politician to do that. To be honest, I think like politicians are like grimy in general. Like, if you can't, yeah, it's hard to be like worse if you're, in my opinion, than like a snake in general. I'm just saying, like, I don't like most of government, and not even just in our country, just in general. I don't think there's a government that really likes has like the people love it. I think that's like almost impossible. We're trying to make the country a better place to live in, right? You got to take some pride in that. Do you think so? I knew people would be unhappy with the new tax, but only on a logical level. When I saw how emotional they got about it, well, it was daunting. If it gives me the option to tell them to cancel the taxes, I'll be doing that. If they find out that the sales tax is only at the tip of the iceberg, okay, yeah, now you don't want to tell them that. It's like, for example, like when I go into a shop and there's a service charge at the end of my bill, I'm already kind of annoyed about that, let alone getting told, like, oh, there's an additional VAT. Like, you know, like, you would have only paid like £1 for this, but with VAT, you're now paying like £1, like 50. It's like, thanks for telling me. I hate to think how the people will react. What? More taxes on top of the sales tax. Right, I know it's set in stone yet, but we're considering many more effective ways of generating revenue streams. I do find it funny, like, when the guy first, like, Ajima, like, first finds out the guy's increasing, like, sales tax, he goes pissed for 2 seconds and then calms down. As far as conference, I have to give a talk on some of those proposals. Now the question is, do I tell him to, like, tax them more, or do I tell him to tax them less? I just like, I'm just like, he asked me for like advice, and I either have to tell him to cut all taxes, or I get the option to like go, no, double that, no, quadruple that, no, 10 times. Just like 3%, can we push it to 300%? It's just like, you just like go there and you're there going like, am I like telling him to get rid of the 3%, or am I telling him to upscale it? 3% is not enough, but I need a small donation of it. But it's like just a small loan of $1 million, sort of thing. As you then get them to triple, quadruple, said plan tax. We're all make such good money these days. You can't fault the government for wanting to get their hands on the pie. There's a difference of getting your hands on the pie and then smashing your hand right through the pie. It's just... but you've seen firsthand, we have to consider the public opinion. I wonder if I can really come up with a tax policy that everyone could live with. Pay a fine. It's just like strove for that thing. Okay, according to this, you owe about just a measly 150,000 in tax. Yeah, and it's like as they're doing that, you're just like shoving like sort of a meat pie or something in front of them. This is steak and kidney. In case this alters your opinion. Just like knocks down like 50,000. That was 100,000. Wait, grabs that 2 more like pies. This one's a chicken pie. This one's a cream pie. Just like offered like just a buffet. You take him to like a were here, it'd be something like I forget the name of it now. Here we've got Cosmos, which is like a buffet place. So you just like take them to like Cosmo and just be like, they're going like, oh look, for that like money like you say I own taxes. How about this solution? Like yeah, give them like a nice meal. Hopefully they forget about it. If they don't, say they have to pay you back for the meal, and then just say that's equal to the amount that taxes would have been. And to make it easier, they can just pay off my taxes for me. Even good live with. Good luck with that. Even if they're throwing cash into a fireplace, nobody wants the government to hold out its hand. I'm not sure about that. I know there's people that would. I'm always on a mixed opinion on that, but it's like I could sway both ways on that part. The thing though is I'd be more like worried about like where said like government funding is going, or like the funds going to the government is actually going to. Especially if it's taxpayer money, I feel like then that should be even more so a right to like the citizens to have an idea of where those like taxes are going. And I feel like then you should be able to look into said, monetary issues and find out what's actually happening. That's where I'm stuck. I haven't found the right balance, and I'm a little lost at the moment. I might do my first poll on this, on like, if it gives me the option to increase or lower taxes, I might make a poll for that. Do I increase or lower taxes? Oh, I can't say I understand a lick of what you're talking to do. But take care of the country for us, right? Wait, Majima, can you help me just once more? You got another mob waiting to sting yeah up. Oh no, not that. I was gonna get your views on taxation. I know less than nothing on the subject of taxes. That's why you're perfect, you see. I have just had an idea. Perhaps someone who is completely ignorant of taxations can offer an entirely different perspective. You think? If you want like my opinion on taxes, there's a few things. One is if you increase the cost of something, it's just going to go back to the consumer. In the case of like, if you're increasing taxes on like goods that people need to buy to survive and stuff like that, like food and stuff, you're just going to increase what the populace is having to pay, and then that affects when they haven't got much of an income to start with. Another thing when it comes to taxes is me as a citizen would like to know where that money is going to, rather than it just go out and it's like, for example, like the one of like, oh, there's a pothole that they just never fix, but then it's like you find out that some government official or something like that is like send money across the lake or something. Just yeah. So for example, where I live, there's like a few potholes which like have been there for like since forever, and they just don't do anything about them. It's just like, oh yeah, don't worry, you pay road tax or something. Don't worry, that's gonna go fix those roads for you right up. And then like instead of like fixing like the potholes, they're fixing a different street, and you're like, huh? Why are you doing this street? Why not the street which literally is like a bunch of potholes? It's like, well, we would, but you know. The fate of a country rests on your shoulders. Please give me advice on taxation. I'm gonna say yes, but just in case, I'm gonna quickly go on to. I'm gonna do my first one of these. I don't know how this works, so I get to experiment. Does it work? Let's see. Pretty sure it says I can do polls. You know, only off or only for the creature. I'm like trying to see where it has like because I believe I can make polls. Hi Frankie, you doing okay? I'm about to like basically they've asked me the question of they want my advice on if I should increase or lower taxes, and I'm like they're going, what do I want to do? I was pretty sure I can make polls, but I'm starting to think that I can't. 'Cause I don't see the option for a poll. Uh, your receive run. Also, I find it funny. So obviously my this account's Twitch is going balked on the ads, right? And I was like scrolling over to make. Oh, I think I make the poll over this way. But it's like I because it gives my things balked right. It gives me the option to run ads. And it's like, oh, we just ran some ads already for you. And I'm like, they're going like, I don't know why you want me to roll ads. I can't do anything about that anyway. Channel. I think is there a thing about polls? Manage goals. It's like, oh, you can add like a 30-second ad break or stuff like this. And I'm just trying to find how to make a poll quickly. But I don't think I can. No, I can't make a poll. Have nice luck, you. I assume Boga's gone live. Well, I can't work out how to do a poll. I do that some other time. So I guess we're gonna increase taxes. Or decrease them. Thank you for your insight. It will be invulnerable. But it's hardly the place for it. Can we go somewhere else? More appropriate. Sure, lead the way. Because I feel like if they asked people on the street about tax or taxation, I feel like most people will be like, no, less taxes, and they'll only say like the only thing I can imagine people say is potentially like tax the rich more is the only thing I can see of people increasing taxes. I don't think anyone on the street is going to say typically to increase the taxes in general. At least, like, that's what I would assume would happen if someone went out the street and asked random people. Like, if you want advice about it, I would think it would be better to, like, get a group from, like, each, like, social, part of the social ladder or part of, like, the, like, roles. Obviously, you're going to get a variety of opinions from each sample group, and then you could probably make a medium, like, opinion based off that, which would be more fair. But yeah, I don't know. Like in the case of here, like talk to different tax brackets and ask what their opinions about it on. Clearly, none of them are going to go like, yes, more tax. But they might have other opinions, and I don't know. Now you better keep in mind, I don't know the first thing about tax policy. I don't expect much from me. No, that's exactly why I asked you. I know you have some unique insights, not bound by typical conventions. Technically, my guy does work uh, for like a company. Rock attacks. Like any like lizards pretending to be a dragon have to pay tax. It's just like default tax for that. Salamander gets taxed. Just like the game where like the onion commits tax fraud. Uh, it just like is Boca commits tax fraud. He's just like changed the model of like the onion to Boca. You're basically hoping to strike gold in a copper mine. How my brain is, instead of copper, that was cope. So it was like cope mine. Well, let's just make sure you're not completely in the dark with a basic question. Sure. Majima-san, do you know why the government collects taxes for the people? To keep the people down, to provide public services, to collect on our debts. Like, well, when you say, like, do you know why the government collects taxes, it's, like, from the people. It probably is to pay its debts. But at the same time, like, in turn, some of that money does go towards public service. It's just how efficiently it's being used for that. This is actually based on the tax changes Japan did. I did wonder that because it's supposed to be like 1988, and it's just a case of like at the start it said about how they'll get angry about a 3% shop like a service charge or something like that, like a like tax already being announced. And I was like, I wonder if it's actually a thing at that time. Because like in real life, I think it's a little bit of like both of those. I don't think it's to keep the people down, ideally, but I think it doesn't help. But at the same time, though, I understand like it goes towards like paying off some of the government's debt, and it also goes towards providing stuff. For example, like I heard that in the US, for example, like a lot of taxes can go into like administration rather than the actual like positions or like for the people to receive certain help and stuff like that. In the case of like healthcare, is one of the videos I saw. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't know enough about the US to really say, but that was like one of the things I saw. It's for providing public services, right? Ah, yes. That's exactly right. I'm sorry for asking such a basic question. Just as you said, Ajima-san, taxes are collected mainly for the purpose of public services. I'm not sure if like a majority of them go to public services. I feel like there is going to be like it's gonna, I guess, depend. I guess because it's also like how like those taxes are gathered. I guess because some will be like, for example, Boca evading her taxes, and in other cases you'll have like, well, I imagine it being kind of like when you purchase items and there's taxes on that. Like, Frankie wouldn't know this, but in the UK we have VAT, which is like value added tax. So like, hi Liz. What should I say? I was gonna say, God, forgetting the name of the state now. Floridian. I was gonna say like Argentinian. I'm like, that's not the right one. I think my character was definitely part of it. He's trying to rejoin it. I'm kind of curious about like how I don't know how early it is for you too. Especially is like I know that Liz was on. I want to say it was around about it was around about midnight or like 1 in the morning. I saw like Liz was still like streaming. Cause I was like still lurking in the channel. So I was like lurking. The thing is, it's like when I came back, well, when I woke up the next day, I realized you'd raided into someone else. I don't know if they raided into someone else as well. It's like sleep is always an option. As soon as you have made plans again. education, medical care, the police, fire departments, and so much more paid for by taxes. They pay for services that people need to survive. The thing is, like, there's like sometimes, right? For example, like I wake up. If I wake up like early and it's like 6 in the morning for me, I'm like, oh, it's like I'm assuming it's like 2 a.m. for you. And I'm assuming it's also 2 a.m. for like Frankie as well. I think right now it's a 4 hour difference, or is it back to 5 hours? It's kind of like hard to tell because like, uh, it's one of those things of like I don't really. At least I know it was 5 before, but I thought you had like daylight savings or something. I think daylight savings makes it 4 or something. I don't actually know how that works. I know we have like times in the year for us where like I got originally right. I just thought it was a northern hemisphere thing of just like uh. The thing is like I didn't realize it went beyond either England or beyond more the northern like hemisphere. Uh, I just assumed that I was like, oh well, our time goes up and down between these like periods. But even then, I have like Google when that happens here. Like instead of like looking at the like when we lose an hour or something, the thing here is kind of it just gets darker really early. Uh, but the thing is like it doesn't also like I heard that in not just America but like I guess it would depend where in Canada, but I heard that like apparently when we have night here, there's like some points where our like night isn't actually as dark as it is in the US. Uh, like I was watching these this couple from America that came to like Britain for a week, and they had like a vlog channel, and they're basically trying to like fill up the entire like week of doing stuff all around Britain, which is actually not really the best idea. When it comes to Britain, it's best to like choose if you're either gonna like stay in London or if you're gonna not be in London, because it's like two different experiences. Um, but it's like they mentioned about how I think they lived like in one of the states that's like in the middle. Like they said like they're like in the middle of nowhere that their state is, and apparently it's like mile like it takes like 8 hours or something to get to the nearest like ocean or something like that. Like where they live. But when they came to like the UK, they mentioned about how like they were having to like they had like use blackout curtains because they couldn't go to sleep. Apparently, it wasn't getting dark enough for them. I guess though it does depend on what time of the year. But like we can either have like where it goes late at like 3-4 p.m. depending on the time of year, or it could be like not dark until like 9 p.m. Just very much depends. So it says people need to survive. Yeah, we've got to build roads and bridges and keep them in working order, right? But there's more to it than that. Exactly. There's also serves other purposes as it permits to general wealth, but we don't need to go into that much detail. Like I said, there's a whole lot. I don't know. Oh, but aren't you interested in where your money goes? It's always good to know more about taxes. Yeah, I'm getting a proper school on here. Okay, let's shift to the main theme. How'd you understand? If you were in a position of collecting taxes from the people, what would you tax? Like, I don't know what what's Sato-san? I don't know what that is. If it was like my opinion, yay, tax fish, yeah, and then just like me avoiding them. The thing is, if you ask me, if you pay for adult entertainment, you certainly don't know what Google is. Tobacco, I think, would be a good one. It's like I was actually having a talk with a friend of mine before, where like we were talking about like the way to stop people from, like not just smoking and drinking, but like about other drugs as well. Our ideas and like how to like prevent people from doing them, and like the opinion that me and my friend like argued a little bit on this because his opinion was allow a few more drugs, but increase the amount of like care centers that can kind of like get people out of addiction. So like not criminalize people that have like done it in case like they may have like a thing where they're just addicted and they can't stop or something like that. And like the best way to do it is like not cold turkey, but go through some kind of like process. Uh, I said to my friend about like how what you do is like you allow all the drugs. It then is done by the government, so you don't have to worry about something getting cut into drugs that's going to make it deadlier. And then on top of that, you then put all these checks and balances. Like, for example, to sell alcohol, I don't know about in America or anywhere else, but in the UK, you need a license to pay, like, to sell alcohol, and also tobacco as well. Uh, so I was like saying to my friend about like how instead of like just banning drugs, just allow all of them. Have it where the government's the one who processes it, but then what you do is you make a bunch of like, uh, basically like increase like care homes and things to get people off of drugs. You don't criminalize it because then people are gonna just like hide it or go through a dealer or something. Then you're gonna have like more people die from uncontrolled like dosages. Uh, and then the idea was like make it so stores selling these ones have to go through tons and tons of loops to sell it legally, and then also make the amount you can get very little for a high cost. So the example we used was like heroin, where we like both agreed that heroin is a bad drug. And what we basically said was that if you made it so you only got like maybe like 5 millimeters, not 5 milliliters, uh, uh, yeah, you get like 5 milliliters of like let's say heroin, but you have to drive out 5 hours to get it in like a store, and you only can buy one per day. Like you wouldn't be banning it, so people could buy it. But if you're doing it one per person and you're doing it like that, then at least right, like for a lot of people that's on it, it's gonna find it such a pain in the ass to find somewhere to buy it that they're just not going to. Like I was like saying about how if you make it so like it's not impossible to get, but then it's just a pain in the ass to get. There's a lot of people that probably will give up on stuff just from the effort of trying to get something. And the ones that are more serious can just go, to get help or be recommended help when they're going to purchase. At least like that was like my opinion on it. They charge taxes on tobacco. Tobacco, you say? Interesting. Since the government monopolizes on tobacco products, ended 3 years ago, there's actually has been a small tax on tobacco products. Yeah, I smoke myself, so I don't really want to pay tax on them, but I suppose they're not essential. And if you're going to jack up taxes, it's on the non-essential stuff. They'll start with people might even be more likely to understand a tax on smoking. Smokes right. I see a tax smoke. I see a tobacco tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, a pack around 200 now. People bitch and moan, but I think they'll still fork over 300 yen. The thing also with that is kind of like you can get, for example, where if you raise the price of something and you keep it there, and then you just slowly increase the price. The thing is, like, people will not recognize until like it's been like a little while. So like if it sells for 200, you jack up to 250, and then what you do is like over time you like add 20 more like yen there, then you add like another 20, then oh look, now you've gotten to 300. You know, the thing is like anything you tax, like let's say a good is gonna come back down onto the consumer. At least I think that makes sense. At 400 yen mark though, I think I would have a long hard think about each packet being worth it. Which then also that serves a good thing, then it could potentially make you not want to smoke if the cost of it is getting too expensive. And then if the market wanted to, like, if you're not willing to pay 400 for it, but with taxes, they're doing that, they have to cut their own profit margins to lower the price to make it more affordable for people. And what about 500 yen a pack? It'd probably be, I'd probably quit cold turkey. We would quit at 500. But if we freeze it in, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Send Murray all of a sudden. What else do you think would have potential for taxation? I think something that's closely tied to everyday living would have a best potential. But I think if it's like tied to everyday like living, I think that's a bad idea. Taxation. Not pets. I got pets. The thing is, when it comes to gasoline, like it just adds on to the more taxes that someone who drives is paying. Because you're like in the UK, obviously you're paying road tax, you're paying insurance probably, you know, and then on top of that, if you had to pay then more taxes on your gasoline, this means your gasoline is going to be more expensive, which means everything that uses gasoline is going to be more expensive. Pets, no, because I have pets, and if you ask me, the government shouldn't have an opinion on being able to do stuff about your pets. Then I'm like, It's like do a random tax and just like claim it's for air. Tax on air.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear dead don't need stuff. And you can tax them anyway. You'll be collecting tax every single living soul. How's that? It's very interesting. In 18th century France, there was a France minister who bloated the same idea as you. I could believe that. Oh yeah, how'd that go? France people were outraged and the protests got quite violent. Yeah, I was thinking of that one. The breathing tax was quashed. The minister who proposed it was fired within a year of debacle. In fact. I'm not saying that's a fail because I didn't like the other two options. When you blame the people, a tax on breathing would be going a little too far, perhaps. I suppose so. Is there anything else? Do you have anything else to say on the matter of taxation? If there was some taxation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Well, I was thinking about the sales tax. Those goofballs were all rifled up about. Yes. So next year we're gonna start paying 3% on top of everything we buy, right? Yes, that's how it works. Well, why stop at 3% when you can go in at that rate? But wouldn't you get more if you bumped it up? But that would be impossible. You saw what happened with just a 3% tax caused so much outrage. People wanted to tear me apart. To charge more would probably enter my open revolt. The thing about you were gonna say about pets, which is a very personal thing for people, so they would not be happy about that one, and gasoline, which people would also not be happy about because that's That's literally a resource used across other mediums. To like that literally would increase price on everything. Yeah, being like my cats and dog, like technically dogs and cats. Uh, is like I would hate it if like the government decided to tax me because I have like cats and dogs. And like when I saw that BBC thing where they were talking about like making it so pet owners not to like because it was like BBC thing where like, they were like saying about getting rid of like dog or like pet like places that you can bring like your like pets. Like they're talking about dogs, and I was there going like, you what? You can't just like go and be like, yeah. So I decided that like you dog owners aren't allowed to go into these like places because in case one of the people in the store or in the place has an anxiety against dogs. I'm like, I'd rather you just not. You know, if the person has an issue with dogs, it's not like they're going to see dogs every like 10 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
But also, like, on the opinion of the idea of increasing that 3% tax, if that's on everything you buy, that's going to be every store. Technically, the store will just increase the prices so they would keep their sort of profit margins. Yeah, it will be everything goes up with that. Thinking people are pissed because of you sprang a new thing on them. You had to like turtle up. You got to think about the long game. The long game. Morality, a scary thing, my friend. Sure, people are bitching and moaning about the shiny new tax, but once it becomes a regular part of life, they'll move on to it. The next thing to bitch and moan about, and that's when you start generally turning the screws. Every time you hike up a little, you'll get some more bubbling. But they won't be screwing bloody murder like the first time you introduce the tax. Want to know why? Because they'll be getting screwed. Used to getting screwed. If something they've already accepted. Sorry, it's something at the door. So I'm not sure if I need to actually like open up OBS again. I like tabbed out OBS when I was trying to do like the poll. So one of the dogs, I think he's getting picked up in the mic. That's normally why I have like the noise cancellation higher. Then it's like if one of the dogs do bark, you won't hear it. I just turned up the now. There you go, and then like turn up slightly, and you no longer hear it. Literally like an inch that makes the difference. Not even an inch. Literally like a millimeter. If something you've already accepted gets a little worse, then it's just the fact of life doing what they do. So you want to pull in the cash, you gotta make a plan to really amp up the sales tax. I'm getting I'm getting goosebumps, and I think you're terrifying actually. Are you even of this earth? I really want to know. Like, pulls me through the screen, gets reincarnated, and like, ah, yes. Now I can't speak Japanese or barely read the English. Then Certex were to raise, how high do you think I should go? How high should I go? You're still at 3%, right? Let me see here. Just 50% bankrupt everyone. In my opinion, they would want to go from 3% to 8%. Because 5% probably wouldn't be as much of it. That would cause a lot of issues. I'd say 8% personally. If they had 6-7%. 6, well, couldn't that? Let's see, 8%. Actually, that's a good number. It's neither too close nor too far from the double-digit 10 threshold. Rokunana, Rokuna. Look at this shit. Nice, China. I mean, I saw numbers and it had to come out. Playing more than people, but I imagine it's time. Like our plan about France from earlier, just like you just commit it here, just like sets sort of everyone's saying, just like rubbing off everyone from the face of the earth. They could be sent them on the people, but I imagine it could actually be workable. Yeah, but at 8% sale tax, bump up a 100 yen thing to 108 yen. That should hurt my enthusiasm for buying pricey stuff. But if we went for the initial 3 up to 5, waited a little bit longer, and then hiked up to proceed to 8, eventually you would. Enough for the muttering under your breath. Oh, sorry. I was lost in thought. I understand. I'm so glad I took the time to speak with you. You're a wealth of ideas. Yeah, glad I was useful. Useful doesn't begin to describe it. Please take this, just a token of my thanks. You got some ashwood. I don't know what it is with it like this. With like for some reason I'm very into my character just getting materials versus the last guy not so much. Okay, I better get going. I need to get back to the hotel and prepare my presentation for the tax conference tomorrow. Do your country proud you here? Ideally, proud he means like just don't tax me. Will do, Major-san. I'll be sure to work in your advice to see you. Yeah. Now, if you could be in a position to give a guy in business of running our country advice. I don't even know how often that would actually happen in IRL. I don't think most people really ask the opinion of the public unless they like plan to kind of sort of cheat with it, like put in some extra leak in some extra votes or something somewhere. Or like, oh, I got this like opinion out of it randomly. And it's just like, yeah, like a planned, like, you know. I got taxes. Did I just taxes go up? Is it my fault? Yes. Dependent on though, it could be funny. I hope this is gonna drop me like Nero was. But Drippy had told I was gonna do originally like one side mission, not this one. And then I was gonna do like the main mission and then go from there. I don't actually know where I am. I want to take a left down on this one, and then I want to go that way. Oh, I think I've walked into another story.
What?
On the run. Be careful. You can't barrel through a crowd like this. I was planning to raid out in a sec. I bumped into another story. So sorry, I'm in a rush. It's fine. What's the big rush? I have to go to convenience store. The one over there. Got a real problem if you need to hit convenience store so that bad. Yes, I have to get some lip balm right away. Seriously? Yes, lip balm. I'm in a hurry, so have fun. I have to run by. What are you giving me that face for?
What?
Hey, what's up? Are you in some kind of pain? Oh yeah, my feet have been sore ever since this morning. Then why do you slow down a bit and go easy on yourself? Because if I don't run, I won't make it in time. I'm getting real cryptic. What do you mean? I'm sorry, I really have to get going. Bye. It'll be a real emergency to be on that kind of tear for the lip balm. Maybe his lips are like sandpaper or something. It's pretty cool. I want to say partner, but like I'm not too sure. Luckily, they didn't lock me into a story. And apparently I would have to go up that way. Good news is that means I can go to that later. I was gonna go over to this way, get some points. I'll like spend some points that I potentially got. I hope I got, because then it's gonna be like awkward if I didn't. I'll go get in the fight and then I'll go there. I'm a nappies, man. Yeah. There's the thing that I don't like. I don't think you would have had like a lot to that big of a sleep originally, right? 'Cause I think it was around about like 10 p.m. when you finished streaming, something like that. And then I think it was like it was like somewhere around like I think 10 a.m. And then it was like you went to sleep, and then I think it was around about 2 maybe when you got here. So it means you didn't really have too much like sleep. The thing with me is I tend to like Lena. Sorry, she was doing something. But when it comes to like, I think you would have had something like maybe at most like 4 or so hours maybe sleep. The thing is, like I can run on 4 hours sleep. I used to do it quite often, but obviously, I don't know. Like in some cases, yeah, some people just feel sleepy regardless. If you do go to sleep, I hope you have a nice sleep. Watcher. And that's safety and mentioning it. That's what equipment searches. When these isn't guaranteed to help you find and think. It's like contact lenses. I love how I just got like a jacket that's like defense against blade 6, firearm 6, defense 6. Like I wanted to keep that, but like, I'm more interested in having the card thing on me.
Oi, Anta!
Let's probably like do a toilet thing. As if I'm not like Mad Dog bikers. Let's gonna go to the toilet thing. I think there's gonna be a short thing. And then after the toilet thing, I think I might just read out from there. Toilet where I wrote back Achvi. Should I check it out? Yes. Alright, which one of these screws is our exchange? What you like? As where she wrote what you like, and my reply was, I wear a suit for work. Then I wrote a reply. Some new writing underneath my reply, and it's the same handwriting. I like that. When you see this message, can you come to the photo shoot in Shifukuchu West? I can't wait to meet you. The lovely lady wants to meet me. I swear, I think like it's gonna be like a 40-year-old like balding guy. I have a red rose in my lapel. Be waiting for you. Don't stand me up, Rena. I don't know if it's actually going to be a girl or something. Oh, so lovely lady is named Rena. Can't believe I'm actually making a connection through bathroom graffiti. Message looked fresh. If I hold down the phone to West, then I'll catch her. Doggo. I want a pet doggo. And I actually fucking kicked it instead.